this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to my channel, Finding Joy in Color. As you can see, my setup's a little different this day. I'm actually at my desk, and I don't film very often at my desk. And so I cleaned everything off, and this is my bubble mat. I've had it for a while. I really like the colors and everything. It's so much fun. And then I have my little Winnie the Pooh Funko Pop. As you guys know, Winnie the Pooh is my favorite Disney character, and yellow is my favorite color. So yeah, I have him sitting there on my desk. And today I am going to do a haul video for you guys, but I did receive Happy Mail, so I want to show you what I received Happy Mail wise first, and then I'll go into the haul. So if you are easily enabled, this is just a disclaimer that I have lots of fun goodies, and I don't want to enable you if you're trying to stay on a low spend or no buy. But if you like to look at new fun stuff, stay tuned. It's going to be a long video, but it should be lots of fun, and we'll just kind of go from there. So first off, I want to give a big hi, thank you, and hello to Dee. She is on, I think her channel name is Chaotic Coloring Dreams. She sent me 2 books when I was having kind of a down day, and she just picked them off my wish list, and I'm going to share those with you. First book that she sent me was this one, which is Fairy Chibis by Alexandra Franzese. This has been on my wish list for a very long time, since it was released. And I like fairies and I love chibis, and she knows that. And so I think that's why she picked this one. And when I show you the books that I'm going to show you, I'm not doing full flips, because then we'd be here forever. But I'll kind of give you a gist of what's inside. And since this is an older book, you guys probably have already seen it before. But it's single-sided, and it has these cute chibi characters as fairies. And there's like a slight grayscale to them, which makes coloring them very easy and approachable. And I wanted to share these things with you so that if there's any pages that jumped out at me, I could flag them for April. So this is such a beautiful book, Fairy Chibis. And I want to thank Dee for this one. And then she also sent me this really cute little one. It's called Mesmerize, Cute and Cozy Coloring Book by, I think they pronounce it, well, I thought it was Huga, but now that I've heard other people say it, I think it might be Haiga, but I still think it's Huga. Artful, but it's okay. I think everybody says it probably wrong. I don't know, but yeah, I saw the cover of this and added it to my wish list. It was really cute, and I thought that it would be perfect for springtime too. Has all these little bunnies, and I love the little girl in it. The little girl reminds me of my daughter. Just so many cute pages in here. It would be fun to just sit down and sit there with my markers and just go to town. Just flip page after page after page of these adorable pictures. And with the bunnies, it's like perfect for Easter. That one was so cute. I don't know about the hand. There's this hand there. I like the basket and the girl, but I don't know about that hand. That's a little creepy, but other than that, there's lots of cute things in here. She's tiny. I mean, look at the phone. She's like a Thumbelina, because look at the hands. They're huge. So yeah, she's like a little Thumbelina, and there's these little bunnies, because she doesn't have any fairy wings, so that makes me think, you know, she's like a Thumbelina. So I want to thank Dee. Thank you so much, Dee. That's so sweet of you to send these to me and brighten up my day. So, since I got that Mesmerize book, I kind of went on a little bit of a cute, cozy spree, so to speak, because I've been really enjoying looking at the TikTok videos, the short videos on Instagram and YouTube of people coloring with different techniques and stuff. And so I thought I would pick up some of these cute little books. And this one, Dee actually shared with me one day when I was talking to her. It's called Tiny Spring Cute and Comfy Coloring Book. Inky Mimi is the artist. And they're not traditional characters. They're like food. There's a lemon, an acorn, a mushroom, and I think that's a pickle. But yeah, so I think, is Mimi the pickle? Let's say who was who. Let me just see here. No. I don't know who is Mimi. But yeah, there's just these little scenes, like right there, it says Mimi Library, and the pickle is looking at the different books. Look at the lemon cruising. That's a taxi, it's a bird. Dear friends, I warmly invited you to Mimi's home. Look at the little mushroom baby. I really like the lemon guy, but the acorn guy's pretty cute too. Like this little acorn guy. So that was Tiny Spring, perfect for springtime. Next one I have here is Veggie Life, which I thought might be a lot similar to this one, because if you look at it, they look pretty similar in font style, but this is by a whole different artist. And I thought, well, it's kawaii and they're vegetables. And I thought, well, we'll give it a shot. The images I saw on Amazon, I liked. But when I got it, I realized this is a lot simpler than I thought. Like there's lemons. They're not as sceney as the other one, but it isn't a bold and easy either. So it's like an in-betweener. Look at the peppers. Yeah. So if you want to eat your vegetables, you can color a vegetable book if you want. But not all of these are vegetables. That's funny. Little mushrooms. And I actually saw a technique called the embroidery technique. And I really want to try it. And I think this is the book I'm going to try it in, because I don't want something that's super detailed. And I don't want something so easy like the Bold and Easies. And this is like a good combination of the two. So I really want to try the embroidery technique. If you've done that before and you have any tips, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. I picked up Family Moments. Look at the little dog family. So cute. Because we have a lot of family moments at our house. And my daughter loves dogs. But yeah, I figured there were probably other animals in here. And I saw the back and I saw there's a panda family. And I love panda bears. That's my favorite animal. So yeah, I love the idea of family shots. Look, they're making cookies together. They're just all different kind of animals. A piggy family. I wonder if there's a frog family. Because I'm doing, look, there's the pandas. They're playing a board game. I'm doing that. That's a hippo, I believe. Wild Year in Color. And the theme is frog for this month. This is a really fun spring one. Oh, man. This would be one that I would just have just started at the beginning. Oh, no, how cute. Little pandas. Start at the beginning and just go page by page because I just love it. I love every single image in this book. It's really cute. It might be fun to take an embroidery effect on this, but see how these ones are a little more sceney and they do have a border. I don't know if I'd want to embroider all of that. It might take a lot of work. So we'll see. Another fun little spring one is called Spring Moments Fuzzy Buddies coloring book. And this is by, I think this is the same artist. Nope, this is a different artist. This is Bogue Icky or something like that. And we've got little doggies in here. Anything that has the little doggies, I'm for. It's fun to get these books because I can color them with my daughter. Oh, that one would be fun for spring. Little April showers. Art one. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at these. I haven't actually flipped through them. Oh, look, they're painting eggs. That one would be cute for Easter. And this one has 4-leaf clovers, so that would have been a St. Patrick's Day one, but yeah, that looks really fun and cute. I also got this one that's from the same artist as the last one. This one's Romantic Vibes, Fuzzy Buddies as well. So they have similar characters in it. This one reminds me of Rapunzel because they're letting the lanterns go. But look how sweet. Eating spaghetti. To me, you are perfect. So sweet. There's a winter one. Oh, look at the little guy on the plane. That's adorable. Look, she's shooting a bow and arrow, and this is a heart. There's a little frog. That one's cute. That one would be good for spring because of the rain. And then I saw these cool little books. So these are cute fantasy adventure, and these are by Little Nook. I got this one, and then I also got this one. I'm going to show you both of them now. This one, look, it has little frogs. I thought, I like things like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and fantasy fiction and things like that. So this is kind of up my alley. And then, of course, I like cute. Look, there's a little froggy up there. But these aren't like extremely detailed. Like there's not too much in the background on some of them. So you could make them very magical and you could really add to them. I mean, it might be interesting to take the embroidery effect on one of these. There's the one on the cover. Oh, and it looks like there's page numbers too. So if you want to do a page number, there's a rock creature. And he's flying a dragon. Another little rock creature. He's riding the rock creature. Oh, and this says the different numbers. So if you're working in order, or say you're not working in order and you want to check off which ones you've done, you can check it off on a sword. That's kind of fun. And you can, right here, each one of the pages has a title. That's cool. You could even make little stories to go along with it. Here's the Wizard's World of Magic. I saw this one on Elm Colors, and I'm sure she'll do something fabulous because she always does in this book. I don't know if I want to take the simple approach or really go to town. Look at the turtle. I love turtles. They're so fun. Look, there's a little froggy in that one. I think that's supposed to be a frog or a ghost. It's like kind of sluggy-like. A dragon. So these aren't really seasonal, but these could be colored anytime. And right here, this looks very Star Wars-y. So yeah, that could be a lot of fun. And then the last little cute one that I got is Fuzzy Meowvies. So I think it's all cats, and it's by Moji Do. And already on the front, we got a Harry Potter scene going on here. You guys know I like Harry Potter. And like on the back, we've got Shrek. I can see, I think that's supposed to be the Godfather. We've got Merida and her brothers. There's the Titanic, Home Alone, and Sherlock Holmes, just from the back thumbnails. Let's see if we can tell what movie is what movie. I don't know on this one. That one's probably, I would say Robin Hood, but this girl has a braid, so it's probably Hunger Games. But there's the Harry Potter. This is Alice, obviously. Sherlock Holmes. That's Elsa and Anna. That one is Jack Sparrow, I know for a fact. This one I think is supposed to be, is it Singing in the Rain that has Marilyn Monroe? I haven't seen it, but this is the Marilyn Monroe shot. Seen that in pictures. There's the Home Alone one. I think this is La La Land. E.T. Really, really fun little movie book. And I love coloring things that are based from movies. It just is a lot of fun. That one. That one's from Up. Cute, cute, cute. All right. That's the last of the cozy cutie type books. Next one I have is this one, and I saw this on someone else's channel, and I had to get it because, like I said, I'm into fantasy fiction and romantasy and all that stuff. This is The Knights of Tay Realm by Aleph Vernon, and I think it's supposed to be based off of, the girl is supposed to be Taylor Swift, I think. And I'm not, I've heard Taylor Swift music and stuff. It's good, it's fine. But I'm not like an avid Taylor Swiftie or whatever they call them. But when I saw this book on someone else's channel, I thought, that's a real cool book because it's very fantasy-like. And this is the same size as those Disney Thomas Kincaid books. And it has rounded corners as well. And has a cool map on the back. I think it has a map on the front too. Yeah. So it's like the land thing. But yeah, it's got images on both sides, as you can see. Lots of really cool, the poet, just really cool fantasy-like things. And you can color it like Taylor Swift, or you can color it however you want, too. Look at that one. This one kind of looks like Aurora a little bit. And that looks like Rapunzel's tower a little bit. But see how, that's called the witch. They're divided up in sections. But see how cool this is? I mean, even if you're not a Taylor Swift fan, this is just really cool artwork that you could color to be whatever you wanted it to be, or whoever you wanted it to be. The warrior. I like all the warrior ones. That's fun. Look at that one. Yeah. Kind of giving you a little more of a flip through this one, just so you can kind of have an idea. But yeah, I'm really excited to dive into this one. If you have this book and want to do a buddy color, let me know. I haven't seen a lot of people share this on their channel, and I think it's a really cool book. Moving on, I got the newest Gabby Wolf book because she's one of mine that I'm focusing on for the year of 2025. And so this is Mini Mania 6. Look at this cute guy on the front. And we've got some whole pages. We've got some like little partial things like that. Some little circular. There's that one. But this one has lots of spring scenes in it. And that would be fitting for spring. Clock. That one is totally screaming spring vibes to me. The little flower. I see her in a little pink dress. Yeah. This one looks more summery to me. That one looks more like you could go August, September down here. This one looks springy because there's a flower garland on the trailer. Yeah. I just love Gabby Wolf. She's so creative, and I love her little cute images. They're so fun. Next one I have here is Magic World. Yes, I finally picked up Magic World. I wasn't going to because I have Rooms of Wonder that I haven't even touched. And I was like, no, I can't get the new Magic World. So I mean, I caved and got the little small secret or small victories book, but I wasn't going to get this one until I touched Rooms of Wonder. And then I saw that they had a big spring sale on Amazon, and they dropped this to $8 when normally it's almost $20. And I'm like, okay, if I'm going to get this, I probably should get it now, or else I probably will never get it. And there's castles in it, so yeah, I just went for it. And I'm sure you guys don't need a flip through of this because probably you've seen 1,000,001 flip throughs because it's Johanna Basford. That should be enough right there. But like that wallpaper, I would never color. But I could do something with it, I'm sure. My little creative juices are flowing. I like the little dragons. That's fun. I think what's hard for me are these little things that are like the small victories, because say I just colored this and left it, it just feels incomplete or something. I don't know. It would be like I would want to make this into a whole page, but by them just being by itself, it's really hard for me. I would have to connect these and make it like a road, or I would have to make them into bubbles or something. I don't know. And like this has a lot to be left in the imagination, or you can just color it straight. Look, there's a lot of froggies here. Yeah, what I should do is not overthink. I think that is one of my problems. I'm an overthinker. And when I'm coloring in this, I'm thinking, what else could I do? Or in all my coloring books, how else can I make this cool? You know, the type of thing. I think I need to, in at least one of my coloring books, not do that and just color. And maybe that's what I need to do with this one. Because if I start overthinking, nothing will get colored. But that's one of my problems or weaknesses. I did get some books from Amazon Japan. And I kind of saw some different ones on different channels that kind of inspired me. And these are the ones that I picked up. So this one is Wonderful Houses in an Imaginary World by Mona. So I think this one also, the artist does the cat shop one, the cat with the little ferret, if you guys know which one I'm talking about. And oh, I didn't realize in the back here there's little characters, the people living in an imaginary world. So all these people live in this imaginary world. And it says which page number they live in. So if you want to look them up with the page number, you would know well, so-and-so lives here or so-and-so lives there. But yeah, they're like interior scenes because there's writing underneath these. So it probably tells you who lives here. Look, there's like a Christmas in July type thing, or a hot Christmas Santa. This one I feel like you would need a very fine point pencil. But it would be interesting to have a play, and I know this particular paper takes watercolor beautifully. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody color in this, but it might be fun to just take a pencil that has a fine point and just color little elements here and there throughout this whole book. Kind of make it like a whip book, just to get some little things done. Like if you just colored this, that would be fine. Or if you just colored that, or, you know, just different stuff. Very interesting. This one I think is adorable. So it's rabbits of nostalgic Japanese scenery. It says very berry right here. And I thought this was perfect for Easter because of all these little rabbit guys. And whoops, I'm sorry, I knocked that. But look how fun. They're camping. I'll have to show you which one I think is just really cute. All of them are cute, but was there an Easter one? It said seasonal events. Let me just, stars. It's Christmas. It's Halloween. Yeah, you could really just pick whatever. Really. There's looks like leaves are falling here, but they look kind of like cherry blossoms. So that might be fun for spring. Look, there's the little different bunnies. You can color them all different colors. It's good, the reference photo, if you wanted to make sure to color them all different. Me, I'd probably forget, but yeah, this would be hard to know which one to choose for springtime. I do like that little star one. That's really cute. Yeah, just so much fun. These little bunnies. I like that camping one a lot. And these guys are on the moon. Yeah, anyway, so that's a really cute one. This one is an older one. It's called Journey to Wonderland. And I think it's kind of a unique find. My old Jamie self would have never picked this up. It's like, holy flower, Batman. But here's the girl, and we've got all these different flowers. And lately, I've been really enjoying coloring tiny spaces. And I think it's because when I have high anxiety flares, look, that one's in purple ink. Coloring tiny spaces is very relaxing to me. And yeah, this is just full of these tiny spaces, and there's little people in these scenes, like this. Scene's brown. Oh my gosh. That would be so fun for springtime. I don't know if I'd want to color the whole thing. That would take me forever. It'd be fun to start it though. That one's cute too. Ah, look, we've got some little samples of what they've done. Look how colorful. Clocks. That's that one that I was like, whoa. That's so springy to me. It'll take me forever. But I think it's a really adorable book of these little tiny people doing little things. I just love that. And of course, I had to get this one. I saw it on almost everyone's channel, it feels like. Kuma Countries, Kuma Coloring Book by Chip. I'll just call it the Bear Book. And so you can get this on Amazon Japan. And it's a little bigger in length, but it's narrow. And I love that it's single-sided, so I can use my markers if I want to. And there's tons of little details, which I'm totally into right now. Get that one right there. So fun. This one actually reminds me of a game I'm playing right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is so tropical. This one seems simpler. I probably could approach that one faster. That one's pretty busy. That one screams springtime. I mean, look, we've got ducks in the pond. We've got a variety, tons of flowers. He looks like he's like catching butterflies or something. Or maybe he's trying to catch that snail on the tree. She's getting ready for a picnic. It's totally spring. And there's the picnic. And then they give you images of what they've done. And you can use these as reference photos. Oftentimes when there's reference photos, I may use them to find out what something is, but I usually color my pages the way I want to color them. There's that springtime one right there. But yeah, it's kind of fun to see their take on it, and their take is like breathtaking. I could never mimic it, but yeah, this would be a fun one just to start a page. There's no way I could like finish this just like that. There's just no way. But it would be fun to start tackling one. It would end up being a whip, but still. It is very pretty. I got this one, and I know the holiday season is over, but I thought this looked really cute. Holiday Relaxation by Makiko. And I know they do Christmas in July, but sometimes you're just in an off mood and you want to color a holiday thing when it's not the holidays. And some things on here aren't totally holiday. Like that is definitely holiday. But yeah, there's a lot of empty space in some of these, but that's okay. You could write, quote, right here it says, life without love is no life at all. And it's by Leonardo da Vinci. Look at that one. Happy New Year. Look at that one. Love heals all things. You could do that for spring. So there are some in here that would be okay. Gaze up at the stars knowing that I see the same sky and wish the same sweet dreams. So yeah, it's not totally all just Christmas stuff. So yeah, there's that one. Oh, I should show you the ISBN on this one because I'm sure people haven't seen it. It's right down here if you want to screenshot that, if you are interested in that book. I have the new Eerie book, and this one, when I translated it, it said it was called Magical Country, like a witch's town, coloring book, wizard's town. It kind of fluxed the translation a little bit, but this is by Eerie, and this is a different size for Eerie. Normally Eerie's books are a lot bigger, like bigger this way, and this is more compact, and everything in here has to do with like a town of witches, I guess, kind of like Harry Potterville. Yeah, but it's Eerie's style, kind of. It's not black ink, it's kind of like a brownish tone. Yeah. She's riding a turtle. that one. Yeah, I was glad I was able to pick this up. I love Erie and I like to collect her works. That's a lot of luggage. I think I would get confused. I think I'd have to get a color palette to get through that page, or else I would overwhelm myself, I'm sure. So yeah, the new Erie book. And then the last one I have from Amazon Japan is this one. So this roughly translates to Greek mythology, love story type thing. It's a very small book, very comparable to the size of a Rita Berman book, just slightly longer. And I haven't seen this one on many channels. Here is the ISBN number right here if you need it, if you're interested, if you like Greek mythology and stuff. But in the back here we have images that are in the middle of like a stained glass window, which is very unique and cool. Obviously we are double-sided here, and that kind of ends the area for that. It has these like in-between pages, so you could translate these and it will tell you what each one of these stories are. If you're not familiar with your Greek mythology, which I'm not. I mean, I know who some of them are, but I don't know who all of them are, that's for sure. But you could read about what you're about to color and maybe get an idea of what's happening. A little cherub. Maybe it's a Cupid. I don't know. Everybody probably recognizes that picture because that's from a famous painting. Yeah, giving you a little more of a look-see on this because, like I said, I haven't seen it on anyone else's channels. And it was basically, I added this, isn't that guy, the guy from the water, Poseidon? I think so. I haven't seen anyone show this on their channels, and there's Zeus. But I ended up putting it in my cart because there was no sneak peeks. All I saw was the cover, and I thought this looked very romantic and just really pretty, and I was pleasantly surprised to see what was inside, and I really like this find. So yeah, there's that one. All right, I have 2 more books. So the next one, I told myself I wasn't going to get. I'm like, that's not for me, that's not for me. But after seeing so many pages, yes, I caved and I got it. And I think if I make them look very cute and like this, very just happy and colorful, I'll really enjoy it. I don't want a book that looks scary or creepy, but I think I can make them look kind of jovial. So I decided I would just get it. I'm a big fan of Denise Klett's work, and this was another one that went on the sale. And single-sided, beautiful paper, and I'm sure everyone has seen this because there was a million flip-throughs when it first came out. But yeah, their expressions are so funny. I guess I was expecting something a lot more creepy than what it was, and so I'm kind of glad that it's kind of a silly creature. So, silly goblin. That's cute. So there is that one, Goblins in the Hollow. When I was on Amazon, I saw that they had this, and I thought, well, that's weird. I didn't think Color in Heaven was on Amazon. And it said it was by Anthem Publishing, and there was no like red flags or anything. And then when I got it, I'm like, did they change their format or something? So this is the Tiny Year illustrations by Agata Pop. So if you have this book and you got it from Color in Heaven, you have to tell me if it looks like this. First off, this is a shiny cover. I can't color this. Normally, Color in Heaven magazines are matte, so you can color the cover and the back. And then the back looks kind of like that. So right away I thought, okay, something seems off, but maybe this is their new style. Who knows? Because I haven't bought a Color in Heaven in a while. And then started flipping through it, and the paper was really thin. And right here it says made in the United States. Well, that doesn't sound right, because aren't these made in the UK? And so I don't know if they got the rights to sell this, or this is, I don't know. I mean, I paid the prices you would pay to get this book. I mean, yeah, I don't know. So you guys will have to tell me if I got duped, because I wanted to get this book because of these little calendar spreads, because I think they're adorable. But I don't know if I got duped or not, or if this is the new thing that they're doing and making it so that it is available on Amazon to people, because not everyone can get them when they live in the US. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here. You have to tell me what you think. Anywho's, that's it for coloring books. Let me look at my recording time. We're at 42 minutes. Now we can just stretch, relax. Well, all right. Now I'm going to show you some things that I picked up on Amazon supply-wise. Just reach over. I got these. These are the Shuttle Art acrylic paint markers. I want to say I saw these. Who did I see these on? I don't remember everyone's channel. I watch so many channels. But these are the pastel set. So they come with these swatch sheets, and I've already swatched out the colors on both white and black. So this is the pastel, and obviously you can see it shows up very nicely on the black. And it comes with this like little envelope, and inside is like a little book, and very professional like. And they have a metallic set too. But if you pull them out, I've been saving them in this box just so I can show you their little fancy dancy system here. So it comes in this little tray thing, and if you open the clamp here, that just comes off like that. And we've got a marker here, and it says acrylic marker, pastel, automatic ink control, water-based, big volume ink, high pigment, paper, glass, you know, etc. There's a little window right here. You can shake it before use, and you can hear the little marble inside. And then make sure you close it after, and make sure you lay them flat like this. You don't want to tip them like this, and you don't want to tip them like this. And there are color numbers on them. And they're brush tips. Look how fun. And they actually have these in regular colors too. So they have regular colors, pastel colors, and metallic colors is what I saw. And the ones that come in these cases, they all clip together. So if you want to get the other cases, I'm showing you the pretty colors. If you say want to get the metallic and they come in these cases too, you can clip them all together so you have this nice little stackable bin for all of your markers. Isn't that a fun idea? And these are beautiful colors, by the way. And they're all different, as I showed you in the swatches. Even the purples are different, even though they look very similar. They're different And the blues are different too. So yeah, this will be a fun play. And they went down beautifully, and they just feel like acrylic paint pen. I would say to get like a really good opaque finish on them, you definitely would want to go over it twice, because this was just a one-timer. Did pretty good on the white, but if you're really trying to cover something up, maybe you would want to go over it twice. But yeah, I decided to get these, and they were on the sale, the pastel ones, and so I picked them up because it was fun to get some pastel ones. So now that I've shown those to you, I don't need to keep them in that box anymore. But still, very well thought out. And these are the shuttle art ones, 24 count. Next thing I got is, in this case, it's called TBC Crafts. And yes, they are acrylic paint pens yet again. Brush tip yet again. But we've got this killer, humongous set. It comes with, okay, so I swatched them all. Oh, dropped a piece of paper. Okay. I did swatch all these, so you can see the color ranges. Lots of colors here. So there's 108, and quite a few pastel brighty colors, a lot of blues, a lot of browns, and a lot of greens. And I noticed when people were doing their little review thing on Amazon, a lot of people like to use these in the Hatchet Hero books because they're more affordable than, say, the Thule Arts and all those other ones that are out there. And so I thought, okay, I'll give them a shot. I think the whole pack was like $30 or something, $30. So yeah, these little inserts come out, and they're dual tip. So you have both a brush tip and a dot tip. So if you like to use the dot tip for maybe outlining your space first and then filling it in with the brush, you could definitely do that. And it does have the color numbers on the caps, so you know what color is what color, and like the rim matches the lid, so you can see what goes back together. It doesn't say the color names on this, but I think on the little sample sheet thing that they give you, maybe it just says the color numbers. No, it says the name. So you can look up the color number, and you can see that's light brown, that's lemon yellow, whatever, all the way down. So yeah, I thought this was a pretty good find considering you have 108, and all of mine worked. None of them were bad. None of them felt like they were running out of ink. And even if they only last me for a few months, it's still, I think it's still a good value. So yeah, that is those. Let's see if we can get them all in this case. And this is like a really good to-go case. It has a nice handle and everything. Izzy, off. All right. Next thing I got, Colors and Motions Twistable Crayons. And it's Peanuts. I've gotten these before. The twistable crayons. I really like twistable crayons. They're fun. And I think that they would be really fun to maybe try in those cute and easy books for the shading. Like you could go over with marker, like everyone does. But instead of shading with pencils, shade with these. And I think that they would just be fun to do. And we've got 32 regular colors, 16 metallic colors, and 2 neon colors. So these are the neons. And the neons are actually fun to play with because they give a little punch. So yeah, like if you're coloring a tree or something and you want to leave a little bit of the outside open for a highlight, you could use the yellow. It really makes your tree pop. So yeah. And of course I like the barrels because they have the Peanuts characters on them. Did I really need these? No, but I just thought they were wonderful. All right. Next thing I have here, yes, I hopped on the Lingu train. So all of these say Mirandy on them, but they're different because they're all different colors. I got these ones on Amazon because they had like a 2-for deal. So it was like you could get these 2 and these 2 for $6.66, which if you cut the price in half, that's about what I would have had to pay if I got them on Temu. And I just wanted to try them out and see what kind of everybody likes about them. And yes, they're very nice. I feel like their barrels and stuff are really thin. I don't know. They just seem very fragile. Honey, don't put the dog up here. They just seem very fragile. I feel like I'm gonna break it. Now I did order some from Temu that are different colors and the thicker ones, because these are the smaller point, and I'm gonna compare those to see what I think. But one of the things that I like about this, hang on just 2 seconds. Just letting my dog outside. Is because they're opaque, they remind me of the Moonlight Jelly Roll. And the Moonlight Jelly Roll is my favorite jelly roll because you can do a lot and you can put things on top of things and you can get into those really small details. And these can do that, but it has more colors than the Moonlight Jelly Rolls. Like a lot of these brighter colors are similar to Moonlight Jelly Roll, but this, you can't find that in Moonlight Jelly Roll, and this you can't find in Moonlight Jelly Roll. And so I think, yeah, at first I thought, is this the same color? You know, I was kind of looking, but then I would look at these symbols down here and they're different. So they're not the same colors. Yeah, I know that a lot of you have these and love them, and I want to be able to have a play with these. And when I get the other ones that I ordered from Temu, I ordered some shirts and stuff too, and makeup and whatever. But I'll have to put all these together and have a real good playthrough on the Lingu. So that is all I got from Amazon. And the other day I took my kids out because it's spring break, and we went to Ross, and I basically told the kids that they could pick a prize and things like that, and we went to lunch and things like that. And I noticed they had some things in their art section of Ross, and I picked some things up. So first thing I'm going to share with you are these. So sorry about the glare. I tried to remove all the stickers. They're by Creative Expert. They're metallic acrylic markers. So these ones have the extra fine point, and they say Creative Expert on it. You can hear the little thing inside, and then it's the pump type. Now I haven't activated all these, so I don't know what they look like yet. But they were pretty cheap. So there's a total of 12 on here, and I got them for $6.99. Normally they're $12. So yeah, for some different metallic ones. Should be a lot of fun. And then I saw these, which is the Creative Expert acrylic markers, and it says 36 equals 72 because they're dual tip. And I figured if these were a bust, I haven't like actually tested them out, but I figured if these were a bust, I would give them to my kids because my kids like to paint figurines. And I had some that were similar to this that were given to me by a company, and or maybe they were given to me by a company, and my kids really liked them and used them all up. So if these aren't my favorite, I'll just give them to my kids to use for their models. But yeah, it has different colors, because obviously they're different sides of different colors. You would probably burn through these pretty fast, but that's okay. It's fun. Probably lots of different colors. And then, of course, I saw they had these ones too. So these are the Creative Expert acrylic markers. The brush one's the 60 colors with the flexible tip, and these are not dual-ended. And this one is very fancy too. But the one thing that I don't know if I like about this one, they don't have any kind of color name or number on it. So there's no way to identify this if you were swatching it. I mean, it has a really nice brush and stuff. And I like this whole case. It's beautiful. But on the back here, it says the different color numbers, but they're not on the pen. So I have no way of knowing what pink this is, what orange that is. I mean, I could guess, I could swatch them all out and kind of compare and make my own stickers, but that seems like too much of a hassle. I think I'll just scribble it on the piece of paper, and if I want to use that color, then I'll use that color. But yeah, for a budget situation, for anybody that has gotten any of these Creative Expert things, you'll have to let me know how they are, how they work, because I'm not sure. This is my first time getting some. Oops. My dog just ran in. Now, they had this, which was Creative Expert acrylic paints. I've already taken the paints out so I can show you. And it was a pretty big box, so had all these individual little paints in here, and I thought, oh, these might be fun to take my fine tip model-y brushes and paint in my coloring books. And so these are what they look like. I put them in this little basket. They're tiny, like this, and they're just little acrylic paints. And I thought these might be just fun, because I really don't, I mean, I have black and white acrylic paint, and then I have a whole bunch of Arteza acrylic paint, but when you use those, they dry like satin. You can't color on top of them. These ones I'm hoping is more like a craft paint, so if I wanted to do shading on top, I probably could. But yeah, they just had all these little bottles, and I thought, you know what, that might be a lot of fun. Just have these little different colors, make myself a little painter's palette, and just have a little fun with painting. Because I've been getting really into mixed media, and I like the idea of painting a page. And speaking of painting, this is the last thing I'm going to share with you is this. And these are watercolor paint set by Self-Made Creative. And so these are watercolor paints, but they're tube watercolor paints. And These were $6. So very budget friendly. All right. So you can see the different colors. And they say on the tube, like orange, bright yellow, lilac, scarlet, you know, so you know what color you're getting. I don't know if these will be very successful or not. I know sometimes when I've gotten tube watercolors, if they're not professional grade, they dry out like that, even if you put the lid back on. And then others work great. So yeah, I actually do enjoy using tube watercolor paint more than using them on the hard palettes. I don't know. Maybe it's because I can mix the color to be what I want it to be, and then I can dilute it with the water instead of trying to get different colors and then diluting it on another palette. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so mixed media. I just enjoy mushing paint together. I don't know. But I figured for budget friendly, that's worth a shot, you know, see if I like them. And if they're total bust, like many things are, I can always let my kids have a play with them, or I can always donate them to somebody else. So yeah, these are what I got at Ross. And so that is all my haul and my happy mail, as you can see. But yeah, like I said, I don't know about that tiny yearbook. It seems a little fishy, but I'm not sure. And I want to thank Dee again for the happy mail. That was very sweet to think about me and just sharing the love and kindness. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If there's anything that you see that you want to link, obviously I can't link anything I got from Ross, but if there's anything that I got on Amazon that you want to link, let me know. And yeah, if there was anything you saw that you would like to see me use on the channel, like in a coloring book, I will definitely give it a shot. Just let me know. If these are successful, and like those little acrylic paints, I might do some little short videos, testing those out a little bit. Maybe having a play in that Small Victories book by Johanna Basford, using some paint effects. We'll see. Yeah, been kind of having one of those days. But I want to thank you for sticking with me through this whole video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and it helps me know that you like my content. And I hope you enjoyed this lovely haul at my coloring station. So I will see you guys next time. Bye, friends.